This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Netflix. Welcome back to the episode of Rettinger's Rants, the show where I rant, rave, and sometimes compliment things from the wide, ever-expanding world of technology. In past, we've talked about all kinds of things, from social networks to media perspective. Up this week, we're going to talk about the newest trend of microtransactions. You know them on your cell phone, they might be coming to a video game console and PC or Mac near you. Let's go ahead and get our ranties in a bunch. So back in the early days of the Apple App Store and then what eventually became Google Play, apps mostly cost something. Some were free, some cost $1, $2, whatever the price might be. Once you had the app, you had the app. You had all the features it could have. And then came microtransactions. We saw them first start on web-based applications. We saw Zynga offer them with Farmville and all kinds of other add-ons. And suddenly you could start getting little more things and apps started becoming less and less complete, almost incentivizing you to keep paying more for the app you already had. And people got tolerant of it. Heck, I got tolerant of it. I know I bought a few more things than I probably should have in Angry Birds. Sometimes you just need that ego to just knock them out. But that model was fine. It was an extra couple bucks, and then you get new stuff. It improves the game experience. You don't have to buy it. But if you want to get the full breadth of the game, you throw a couple bucks down, suddenly you can get more stuff. And all was fine with the world. But that model has been expanding. It's sort of been the next gold rush of app developers. You know, it's always been, it was the bubble of the 2000s, and now it's sort of the app developing bubble. And I think this might be the pin that burst it. So rumors are circulating that's coming next generation of consoles. So I'm looking at you, PS4 and Xbox One, and I don't know, maybe Nintendo Wii U is next generation? I mean, maybe like a little bit. But microtransactions are allegedly coming. So let's take a look at Injustice Gods Among Us. So you go ahead, you buy the game, you pay your $60 to play it on whatever your console of choice. You pop it in, you got a few characters you can play with. There's enough. You can play through the whole game. You can get a ton of unlockable characters. Or you can pop in your disc and you can buy all them characters and start playing. If you want to get your Scorpion on, you go ahead and do that, because evidently Scorpion's part of the DC universe now. I don't really know how they did that. But hey, you could do that, and you get that option to sort of add content. But the new model we're seeing that might be developed for next generation consoles is you download a trial of a game, you pay a fee to play that game, so maybe you unlock the whole game for about $30, $40, what we're hearing. And then you only get 1 or 2 characters. And if you want to play the game, you have to keep buying these unlockable things that you can't necessarily get if you just keep playing through the game. And that's where my point is. If I'm buying a game, I want to play the whole damn game. All right, I get there could be extra things that make the game better, but I want the full maps. I want to be able to play a full campaign. You don't have to give me every single character, that's fine, but I want the whole game. That's what I'm playing for. I don't want to have to buy a game and have to pay another $7, $8. Just charge me one fee, whatever it's gonna be, and let me play the whole damn game. I'm fine with being able to do what Injustice has done, where you can pay to unlock new characters. I get that. It's added benefit, it's added play to a game, and it sort of adds a new dimensionality and characters you can learn. But you can always play the core players that come with it, or you can play to unlock all the players, never have to pay an extra cent. I like that model. I respect that model. I appreciate that model, but holy crap, do not charge people. I'm telling you, developers, look me square in my brown eyes. Do not charge more people. You will have a revolution on your hands. I'm sure they're thinking they'll get used to it. They'll be upset at first, but then eventually it'll be the way games are done. It is not going to be the way games are done. Gamers are going to revolt and not be tolerant of it. And if they can get away with it on the consoles, you're going to start seeing it on PC games next. And suddenly that $60 game is going to be costing you $80, $90 to play. And if you're a gamer and you buy a lot of games, you're going to have to purchase half the games in order to get the same value that you had before, and it's just not fair, it's not right, and I don't want to see it happen. So if you see this trend happen once the Xbox One, the PS4 hit later this year, fight, say something, go out on Twitter, be vocal about it. If you don't want to have to do that and put your hard-earned money behind games you already bought, then you shouldn't have to. It just got me all angry in the face the more I thought about it. So I wanted to share that with you. You guys agree, disagree? Am I way off base? Am I slow to adopt new models and I'm just old-fashioned by thinking if I pay for something, I should be able to play it fully? But maybe that's just me. Maybe the whole Plants vs. Zombies 2 thing is the new model for games, and microtransactions are what it's all about. But I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it. In all honesty, leave your comments down below. We take a minute to thank our friends and sponsors at Netflix. You know them, you love them, you should definitely use them. If you live in an area where you can watch Arrested Development, for example, you can catch up on all 3 seasons before you watch the new season 4, which actually I'm doing with my wife right now who's never seen it. So you should download Netflix. You can catch up on the latest TV seasons, movie streaming, anything you want on your TV or game console. Get Netflix and try it free for 30 days. Go to netflix.com/buffalo. Give it a shot, let them know we sent you. Thank you guys for watching another manic episode of Rettinger's Rants. I'll be back next week ranting and raving on something new in the world of technology. If you have anything you want to see me yell about, leave your comments down below. Please give the video a thumbs up, we most definitely appreciate it. I am John Rettinger, and I'll see you less red face in the next video.